Some of India's most cherished dishes emerge from kitchens steeped in patriarchy. Kitchens where mothers, sisters, wives and maids toil day in and day out. They cook, clean, serve and sweat. But often they don't even get a thank you from men who've grown complacent. Complacent in a system rotten to the core. Rotten but rust-free. Why rust-free? Because it's been kept well-oiled, generation after generation, century after century, by the stubborn, seemingly unshakable grease of patriarchy. In the Malayalam film The Great Indian Kitchen, there's a powerful moment when the protagonist, a newlywed wife, brilliantly portrayed by Nimisha Sajayan, hurls murky kitchen sink water at her husband and father-in-law. Then, without a second thought, she packs up and leaves, choosing to start her life afresh. That grease of patriarchy comes off in what, for me, is one of the most moving climaxes in Indian cinema. And now, that same cathartic moment seems to be playing out in the Malayalam film industry this month. The women who work in these films are saying they've had enough, and the reputations of many father figures, big names and powerful real-life characters are beginning to crumble. Today we are diving into the impact of the Hema committee report and what Bollywood can learn from what's going on down south. I'm Manisha Adhikari and you're watching First Things Fast. Before I tell you what the Hema committee is and why it was formed, I need to take you back a few years. I want to warn you that the story I'm about to tell involves sexual violence. If you feel you might find it triggering, please don't press ahead. Meet Bhavna Menon, a leading Malayalam actress with over 80 South Indian films and several prestigious awards under her belt. On February 17, 2017, she was abducted and sexually assaulted in a moving car near Kochi. Yes, Indian law bars the identification of sexual assault survivors, but it was widely known that Menon was the victim. In 2022, she waived her anonymity through an Instagram post as well. But back to the attack. Among her assailants, Menon recognized one. This man. His name, Pulsar Suni. She filed a complaint the same day. Pulsar Suni became the main accused in the case. As the investigation progressed, a pressure group was born, the Women in Cinema Collective, the WCC. It's made up of women artists and technicians from Malayalam cinema, according to The Hindu. Their aim? Shine a spotlight on gender disparity and sexual abuse in the industry. As pressure mounted, the police unearthed a letter from Pulsar Suni to Dilip, one of Malayalam cinema's biggest stars. Menon and Dilip had co-starred in several films. Dilip was charged with criminal conspiracy. Though he denied the charges, he was arrested and held for 3 months before being released on bail. By the way, a few days after Dilip was arrested, the state government formed a 3-member committee which included Justice K. Hema. Their task: study issues of sexual harassment and gender inequality in the state's film world. Now, months rolled by. The WCC complained the committee is not making progress. The panel was formed in July 2017. It finally submitted its report on 31st December 2019, more than 2 years later. This is the now famous Hema committee report.
Damning revelations emerging from the Malayalam film industry.
It is 290 pages long. It includes screenshots, voice clips and pen drives. All the evidence gathered by the committee. But all of this was kept confidential for a long time. The WCC wanted the report to be made public, but the Kerala government delayed publishing the report. It said the report contains sensitive information and making it public would mean violating several people's privacy, and they did not want to do that, yada yada.
I think it's utterly shameful and shocking that the government sat on this report for nearly 5 years, and now, under duress, they've had to release it.
In early 2022, a panel is formed to implement the report's recommendations. But the lack of clarity there leads to RTI activists seeking more details. A series of legal challenges follow, including petitions from a film producer and an actress who cite privacy concerns. But the Kerala High Court eventually dismisses these petitions. The report is finally released on August 19, 2024, a few days back.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, and the kind of details that are emerging is simply shocking. That women did not feel safe at any of these shoots because of technicians, because of the director, because of the producer, because of even the male lead actor.
Although 63 pages of the 290-page report are redacted to hide identities of survivors and those accused of wrongdoing, it still sends shockwaves through the industry. It reveals a world of exploitation and abuse hidden beneath the glamour.
One victim has said that actor Siddiqui raped her at the age of 21 in a hotel where she was invited for a discussion around a film.
The report says the Malayalam film industry is plagued by a pervasive culture of sexual harassment, including casting couch, vulgar comments, and male co-actors forcing themselves into women's rooms. Fear of retribution silences many victims, both direct threats and through cyber harassment from toxic fan clubs. An all-male mafia of powerful actors and producers controls the industry, with those who challenge them facing career destruction. The industry also neglects basic facilities for women, such as toilets and changing rooms on sets, leaving them vulnerable to health risks.
The allegations have been made. Thorough investigations need to be followed up with.
The report's release has had immediate repercussions. Kerala State Chalchitra Academy chairperson Ranjit, a renowned filmmaker, resigned on August 25th after Bengali actress Srilekha Mitra accused him of inappropriate behavior. He intends to respond legally and is confident the truth will emerge, he says. Just hours earlier, the same day, Siddique, a veteran actor, stepped down as General Secretary of the Association of Malayalam Movie Artists after sexual assault allegations against him by actress Revati Sampath.
Actually, you know what, in this particular industry that I am working in, this has been normalized since ages. I mean, it was an unwritten mandate that women who come to work in this industry can go to any extent to get their job done.
A day after Ranjit and Siddique resigned, actor Minu Munir accused several actors, including a two-time CPIM legislator, of sexual misconduct. Speaking to the media, Munir named actors Mukesh, Jayasuriya, Manian Raju and Edavela Babu, with Raju welcoming a probe into the claims. Munir detailed incidents of harassment during the shooting of Calendar, a movie that came out in 2009, and Nadakame Ulakam, a movie from 2011, as well as an assault in 2008 and inappropriate behavior while applying for AMMA membership in 2013. Now, due to these experiences, she left the Malayalam film industry and moved to Chennai, she alleged.
That time I went to the toilet, and when I came out from the toilet, someone suddenly, unexpectedly hugged me from the behind. When I turned, it was Jayasuriya, and even he kissed me forcefully, and I just pushed him and I ran down.
On Tuesday, 27th August, as I shoot this video, news is coming in that the entire 17-member executive committee of the Association of Malayalam Movies Artists, including its president and superstar Mohanlal, have resigned. In a statement, the committee cited the release of the Hema committee report and the sexual allegations against some of its members as reasons for stepping down, acknowledging their moral responsibility.
Allegations need to be treated with the utmost seriousness, and I truly hope that this is the beginning of a process that will clear up all the murk that there is in front of us.
While all this is happening, my mind goes back to the larger impact of the Me Too wave that had hit the Hindi film industry back in 2018. Here, take a look at this Indian Express list of men from Bollywood accused of harassment. Most of these names are back in the mainstream. Sure, maybe some names did not deserve to be on that list at all, but it makes me ask, does Bollywood deserve a Hema committee of its own? Because Bollywood must take heed of the Hema committee report's findings. The report underscores the importance of creating a safe and supportive environment for women in cinema. Bollywood can also learn from Kerala's approach by establishing its own independent inquiry into the industry's dark underbelly. There's no two ways about the fact that it is crucial for Bollywood to implement stringent policies against sexual harassment, ensure basic working conditions, and create platforms for women to voice their grievances without fear of retaliation. And just like the protagonist in The Great Indian Kitchen who finally decides she's had enough, it might be time for women in Bollywood to throw off the grease of patriarchy and walk out of the kitchen. It's time for all film industries to clean up their act, once and for all.